4.9 metre crocodile normally has an established territory and doesn't stray too far from it. The fact that this crocodile has gone all the way upstream to nearly the base of a waterfall means that the crocodile population dynamics is changing. Where we're seeing an alpha male, a boss croc, is moving out of his territory. Now, one of the things we have to consider is if he's moving out, what has moved him out?
Crocodiles that size can move in quite easily because the water further up is quite deep. So it's not hard for a large crocodile to get up there without anyone seeing it. They can move during the daytime or night time.
It's dangerously common that we get crocs turning up on culvert, road crossings, even waterways that were not there yesterday, that are only there from a monsoonal downpour, can become a temporary habitat for a large saltwater crocodile.
And you've been doing this for over 40 years, Tom?
Yes.
So seeing a croc like that, does that still impress you?
Oh, always does, no matter the size. They're all different. They behave differently. There's no one exact thing that they'll do all the time. I always relate it to the fact that crocodiles are like humans. You know what they're capable of doing, but you never know what they're going to do next. We've got all the gear ready. All the other blokes from Litchfield Park, they're already there to give us a hand, which was great. We obviously went down first and checked the animal out, and it certainly was a good sized animal.
We were greeted by the park rangers, who had done an excellent job in securing the trap to prevent the crocodile escaping. We did a size up, and that size up is looking at everything that could affect the situation, because crocs are so unpredictable. Now, if you look at the design of a saltwater crocodile, it is heavy set. It has huge, very heavy bony jaws. It has a 3 tonne per square inch crushing capacity. There's no other animal out there that is compared to it. You know, some of the other species of crocodiles are similar, but nothing is as dangerous as a saltwater crocodile. Their teeth are designed for gripping and holding, and about halfway down their jaw, there's what they call a fish tooth or eye tooth. And if someone gets that into them, and that gets into a prey item, it owns that. Because all the crocodile has to do is close down with that massive pressure and just go underwater. And the more the animal fights, the more it just drowns faster. Secure a top jaw rope on the crocodile and then administer some sedatives. That makes our job easier, as well as it's actually better for the welfare of the crocodile.
Then we're tied up to one of those trees first. Yep. I've got another rope there anyway, we just may have to join it, and then we can work on him on an angle from there.
We have to be very careful here. He comes out, he's going to thrash, bash, he's going to head for the river. So hence why it's tied off as well, because if you're holding onto this, you hold, but don't ever wrap your hands around anything. And then the slow, methodical task of bringing the crocodile out of the trap, securing its jaws, blindfolding its eyes, and then moving it into the custom-made croc carrying crate. The traps are set in an area that have got generally a good water approach. Why would a croc want a dead animal? Well, they're not stupid. They will obviously take live prey, but if there is an opportunity to scavenge, they will. That means that if there's a dead animal that they don't have to put out risk of getting injured or waste unnecessary calories, they will. They'll come in, they'll scavenge and grab it. So that's why the bait's so effective. This cage trap here encapsulates the crocodile and allows you to then safely work on it.
2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1.
So when you've got fresh water, the food, every prey source comes down to them. Unlike a croc living in the harbour, where they've got to hunt and scavenge and that, literally every day, wallabies, feral pests like pig, dingoes come in here, and the crocodile could be laying in wait. Crocodiles are ectotherms, which essentially means they're externally controlled by the weather. If they want to cool down, they're going to jump into an area like this where they can be completely covered, but they don't have to exert any energy to stay afloat. So their belly would be on the ground, their eyes and nostrils are the only thing that's exposed. And that's what makes them so dangerous, in that you can have a 4-metre crocodile concealed in 75 centimetres of water. From there, making sure the croc is still comfortable, we then transported it to an authorised contractor, where that croc is taken to a croc farm and is used by the croc contractor.
He's 4.18. Stop!
On the following Monday, two business days later, a 4.9 metre croc was caught less than 200 metres away. 4.9, so significantly bigger than the first. A 4.9 metre crocodile normally has an established territory. and doesn't stray too far from it. The fact that this crocodile has gone all the way upstream to nearly the base of a waterfall means that the crocodile population dynamics is changing. Where we're seeing an alpha male, a boss croc, is moving out of his territory. Now, one of the things we have to consider is if he's moving out, what has moved him out? So there's even bigger crocs out there. The larger the crocodile, the less chances you have of survival, but it's all down to whether if they ambush you. It only has to be 2 metres and you could be, or even under 2 metres if it grabs you in the right spot. If you don't fight, if you're in deep water, all those things are factors, but anything from that sort of 2 metres and above is quite capable of taking an adult.
We can get some people here, we'll just sort of lift his nose and shimmy it up the bank a little bit. Let the drugs kick in, and then from there, we'll start bringing him out and we'll end up pinning his head with the door. So if we can keep sort of bare minimum people down here, unless you're caught in, just because there's not much room, and if he kicks off, it's going to be hard getting out of the way. So yeah, once Kelly's to the top door rope, we'll dart him and then we'll go from there.
A real black, dark animal, been around in fresh water for quite some time. We put a snout rope onto the crocodile itself, which is what we've always done first, and then some zip ties, and then we gave him some drugs to slow him down to make it safer for us, and also not so much stress on the animal itself.
We're now in the modern age, we're seeing a lot more 4-metre crocs than we were 30, 40 years ago. With the population expand, we've got crocodiles now that have matured outside of hunting, so they've never been exposed to hunting.
2 mils pancronium at 12.15.
As soon as the door's down, hold that tension there. Don't keep pulling.
And I'll close this so that we can't have it put our foot in there, right?
Door goes down, it'll be a rush. Just put pressure on the door because he's going to want to either go back, which is bad, or forward, which is even worse. You might get 2 or 3 death rolls and then you'll start to get caught up and you'll get caught and you'll be at a funny angle, but at least then we'll just keep pressure on him. 3 more minutes.
Yeah, should.
Yeah.
Yep, and then just twitch him up real tight.
Is everybody in positions? Yeah.
On.
Righto.
Slight pull, slight pull, slight pull.
You got
Come back up here.
Stop! Stop!
That's got to go up a bit, come down a little bit.
There's a few factors that why we've probably got a lot of large crocodiles. One is definitely their protection. 2 is invasive species and feral species. So just to put feral pigs out there are in huge numbers. Well, if you're a croc that starts eating pigs, you're going to grow a lot faster because you've got a really big food source.
1, 2, 3. He starts to thrash, just do your best to keep pressure still on him.
Yep.
We have 2 real distinct seasons in the Northern Territory. One is our dry season and the second is our wet. Towards the end of November, start of December when we get monsoonal rains. About January, February is when we're sort of at our peak of our wet season. What happens is in our peak dry season, so we go late September, October, is all the water holes dry up and it puts a high concentration of crocs in a compact area. And when we get to January, February, depending on the season, we have the very opposite. We get crocs spread out. If you can imagine, every little wet season creek turns into a crocodile highway. And crocodiles can go hundreds of kilometres from where they were in the dry season, just following the creek.
So that size animal, how often would you come across one like that?
Not very often, actually. To get 2 that size in 2 days, that's a first, actually, because I've been there a long time doing this, and we've had some big animals like that, the 4.1, around that bit over that 4-metre mark, but never that many in 2 days.
What's your thoughts on those 2 crocs in that close proximity together? Does that generally happen like that, or?
Look, we don't honestly know the amount of crocs that do move in and out. This time of the year during the wet season, Wangi Falls and also Cascades, all the ones on that side are all closed anyway. There's no swimming due to the fact that we know crocodiles inhabit those waterways. We don't really know how many crocodiles do get up there, but we have caught a number of them both in the Wangi Falls itself when the falls have been closed and during the wet season. Only a couple of them have been around about that size, the majority of them are smaller. And they usually move up that area, have a look around, but there's not much food up in that, right up the top section for them. There isn't a creek that goes up to there, and that's a really dark creek, and it's very difficult to tell the amount of crocodiles that are in that area. We do have all of the means we can possible to dictate or see any crocodiles in the creek itself. We have 3 traps, 5-metre traps in that particular area, and there's a smaller one in Wangi Falls itself. They are checked and rebaited every week and monitored all year round, both during the wet season and the dry season.
3, 4.
I wonder what's in his belly.
Yeah.
Pig. Crocodile.
4, 8, 9, 5.
Gotta like push him that way.